What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sabotage here, and Peacemaker just finished its first season on HBO, and it's probably something that you're sleeping on.
Oh, Peacemaker!
Yes.
You're that racist superhero!
No.
You only kill minorities, man!
This show isn't on a lot of people's radars because it's a spin-off series of the Suicide Squad, of the 2019 one, not the trash one that was made by I don't know who it was, but had the Will Smith and whatever in it. This one, it came out at a terrible time where people were still questioning if it's okay to go to theaters with the so that's why a lot of people didn't get to see it, it didn't perform well at the box office. So if you haven't seen Suicide Squad yet, definitely give it a watch. It's a lot of fun. It's the reason I gave this show a chance. James Gunn, the genius, he writes and directs this, so it really has that, if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, it has a similar type of comedy. So if you like those movies, you'll probably like this as well. But do you need to watch the Suicide Squad movie to understand what's going on in the show? Hell nah, my boy. They do a really good job of recapping the movie at the beginning, and also Peacemaker isn't really explored too much in that movie, so you're good. So now that I got that whole exposition dump out of the way, let's really talk about the show, my thoughts, what I liked, what I didn't like. Let's really get into the meat, of Peacemaker. Pause. Also, warning, spoilers ahead, so if you didn't watch the show yet, probably watch it before you watch the rest of this video. Unless you want to get spoiled, then, live your life, man. I don't give a shit.
You see, Batman doesn't kill people. Because he's a pussy!
This show has a great blend of comedy, drama, and action, which I appreciate. I couldn't wait to watch the show every single week, whether it's my friends or by myself, because it had a unique vibe and aura. Just watch the intro, that shit's goofy, but it's goofy in a good way. I couldn't get the same feeling watching another show, and that's what sort of made me want to come back every single week. The reason it has its own vibe is because the show has balls. This show is unafraid to say or do whatever the fuck it wants. We have a Nazi villain with KKK followers, walking around with them. This shit's goofy as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. In an industry where everyone cares way too much about offending people, James Gunn and Peacemaker John Cena, they do not give a fuck. They don't give a flying shit, and it's a breath of fresh air. So shout out to Peacemaker for being an absolute fucking savage, roasting the shit out of the Justice League. I really do love the general savageness of the show.
You're late, you fucking dickheads.
This whole deep state thing and the government controlling us has always been a fascinating topic for me. And that's because, we as humans, we've been trained and domesticated to blindly believe, and follow the crowd. We get to learn more about this hypothetical deep state and Project Butterfly with Peacemaker because he's just as lost as us. So while we're sitting there, wondering what the fuck these weird zombie things are, so is Chris, so is the main character. And that's a really smart way of introducing a new universe or a plot element. Have the protagonist not know about it either, have them be completely lost, and have us all learn together. The second thing I got to highlight is John motherfucking Cena. This man was a wrestler, and now he's turned into an actual, really good actor. He brings a lot of depth to Peacemaker, and he really nails those emotional scenes. It really just proves that anything is possible, and honestly, it just inspires me, man. I could be an actor one day if I really wanted to, because this man went from being a fucking wrestler entertainer, even though wrestling is also acting because all that shit's fake, but anyways, it's inspirational. Chris, aka Peacemaker, gets an actual character arc in this show where he starts from rock bottom and is able to build his way up to a point where he starts to question his vow to peace. We get to see the reason to the way he is, and that's mainly his relationship with his father. His dad's a redneck, racist, weird white dude that doesn't really give a shit about him and blames him for killing his brother even though it wasn't really his fault. Seeing his tough upbringing, seeing all the demons he's had to battle, it does a really good job at winning over the audience. Because initially, this guy is very, very unlikable, especially in the movie Suicide Squad. Oh my god, I fucking hated this dude. But through the show, seeing all this shit, it really helps to make you like him. Even though he is a dickhead and he killed my boy Rick Flag, there is good within him. And that's a really good message. How can you judge somebody without even knowing all the facts, knowing about their past, their present, what they're really going through? Holy! That gives me an idea for a video I can make. Shout out to the show for giving me video ideas, man. What the fuck? The last thing in this good section is that this finale offers a moral debate. I could low-key sit down with my boys and talk about this question, talk about Peacemaker's final decision for an hour. Would you rather be truly free and have yourself along with humanity inevitably die, or would you give up that freedom and have humanity persist for virtually forever? I think that most people would probably opt for freedom, but when you start thinking about, your kids and future generations, that answer becomes more gray. We live in a world where there are so many people with different opinions and beliefs that nothing really gets done. And I think that ironically, in our world, we're not truly free because institutions, rich people, they sort of control everything and they care more about profit than what's really good for everyone. Why do you think we haven't done anything about global warming? I'm gonna just leave it there. But seeing Peacemaker make the decision to choose freedom despite old him definitely siding with Goff, is a testament to his character development. And honestly, I just love moral debates, man. It's fucking sick. My only complaint about the show is something that I can show you, and I can sum it up with one scene.
Tender and nice touching.
Hey, dude, that's creepy.
This series gets really obsessed with being edgy and funny, that it's afraid to be vulnerable, that it's afraid to be sensitive and emotional. Here we have one of the biggest emotional turning points for Chris, where he finally stands up to his dad and kills him. He killed his own father, and there's a joke within like the next 30 seconds, and that shit comes too fast. Pause! Let these emotional moments settle. Let us really see his reaction. We've been building up to this from the very first episode. This is a relationship that I was honestly intrigued with. So what the fuck? Why are you doing that? I think that the excessive comedy and really beating a dead horse in some of these jokes is holding this series back. I think that the excessiveness in general is a problem here, whether that's with comedy, nudity, swearing. There's way too much of it. They need to take a chill pill, calm down a little bit. But hey, nothing can be perfect, right? Overall, the show was pretty fun. It was pretty good. I could care less about the origin and the destination, but the journey itself, the journey was fun. Tuning into this show every single week was time that I felt that I didn't waste because, it really helped me to unwind and relax. This show made me laugh, it made me cry, and it made me cringe. And I liked most of it. I'm gonna go ahead and give Peacemaker a 7 out of 10 because it was nothing exceptional, not the best show I've ever seen in my entire life, but it was pretty good. It was a fun time. And that's really all I want to say in this video. So if you made it this far, use the motherfucking goat. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!
Snow blind